Come on in. I got some lipstick on. My hairs aren't did, but hey, I'll get a little brush through it. Just enough to look. This side needs to be cut more, but I just haven't had the heart. It's one of those things where you get this wild hair and you got to deal with it. And I haven't had that wild hair hit me yet. So come on in. Come on in. We've been talking about, there's Sandy. We've been talking about menu planning all day. It's just been one of those things. It's always good. Justin's here. He and Robert are out walking the woods. They're coming back up on the front porch. He might jump in here with us in a second. You never know. There's Laura and Gina and Catherine and my sister. By the way, sister, I haven't seen any pictures of graduation. I'm just letting you know. I haven't seen any pictures of graduation. So come on in. You know, we let so many things intimidate us. A lot of people can't public speak. You know, that's what can't have anyone over syndrome is about. Is what we don't want people to know how we live. You know, that's why we don't cook. We go pick stuff up to take to a potluck. Yeah. So tea time is good for me to walk away from the computer for 30 minutes or so and let my hands rest. Just let my hands rest. And here lately, um, these three fingers, I use this finger for my mouse. I have a flat mouse, and I've always used a flat touchpad. But then I leave these fingers up, and they get weird. They just get weird. It's like stiff. So today I put some lavender oil on them, which makes them feel real good. And then I put some castor bean oil on them. And then I wrapped them up in a paper towel and put them in a heating pad. And you know they feel brand new. Just brand new. I could have asked God to take care of it in the name of Jesus, but I just figured I knew how to fix it and I would just do it. But if I didn't feel, it just is what it is. Why should I bother God when I can just put a little heat on it and it'll all go away? And I've been, in bathtub with Epsom salts baths and that's probably need some magnesium. Magnesium is always good for whatever ails you. Magnesium and complex B. If you have leg aches, complex B works. But my magnesium that I take are horse pills. It's a chelated magnesium glycinate. They're out searching for a tree to cut. Justin's about to run out of wood. Anyway, Sarah's back at Ridgehaven working. It's just never a dull moment with that girl. She's getting all A's pretty much. I think she's got 1 B in her classes. So this is good. And Ethan will be home next, let's see, Friday, I think it is. All the families coming in from West Tennessee. And Justin and Emily have an anniversary on the 19th. And I think they're not going to do a whole lot because for them, it's 26 years they've been married. My mother, she was alive, but she had had a stroke at that time, and she got to go to the wedding. My granny didn't get to go, but it was a beautiful wedding. It was at Christmas time. The church really didn't need any decorations. They had a tower of poinsettias everywhere, and the girls wore black dresses. Emily had on a white dress, and it was a beautiful wedding. They carried a single rose, so it was beautiful. But sometimes you just need to. I didn't even bring my phone back here. Sometimes you just need to walk away from whatever you're doing and change things up. And that's the beauty of our little system. We don't have to stay hyper focused on clean and grout. You get in your bathtub, you put some conditioner on your hair, and you clean a 1 foot square in your shower. After about 3 weeks, that shower will be totally clean. Totally clean. Life is good. When we learn to not push ourselves to the point of total exhaustion, that's loving yourself. It really is. Finally loving yourself because you don't have to be push, push, push because of being intimidated by what other people think about you. It's your home. You clean it the way you want to. Maybe you're realizing that how you've been doing it hasn't worked or doesn't work for very long at a time. And we just get to help each other. We get to show each other a different way of doing things. And we don't have to beat ourselves up. We don't have to anymore. Seems like we got some new people in here. So we've got to stop worrying about what other people think and just focus on what the good Lord thinks. That's all it is. Just let the good Lord take care of things all around us. Life is good. So we have who all's got their menus planned for the rest of this week and next week? Next week has Christmas in it, y'all. Next week has Christmas in it. So have you got everything you need to make a Christmas dinner? We have had snow on Christmas before, and we couldn't go to Robin and Joe's house. And I would have to end up cooking here. We have had the flu during Christmas, and that makes it rough. Nobody wants anything to eat, so we just postponed it till the next week. So y'all get your menus planned. Know what you're having next week. We're having an hors d'oeuvre supper on Christmas Eve. We always do that. I take some, I love to talk about these hors d'oeuvres, but I take some slices of white potatoes and slice them up and put them on a baking sheet with a lip around it, roll them in butter, and brown them real good. Which reminds me, I need to get some Velveeta cheese. Just get some Velveeta cheese and put one little square, about 3/8 of an inch cube of Velveeta on there. And I'll have some pre-cooked bacon and some green onions or chives if you've got a little jar of chives. And you've got a little stuffed potato round, and they are nice. And I like to bake a pizza monkey bread in a I take 4 5 4 or 5 mozzarella sticks that you give your kids for snacks, and I cut them up into 4 pieces each, and then I take some crescent roll dough and roll around it, roll it in some butter. I've got this new stuff that I got from Dano. It's called, jalapeno cheese Dano stuff, and I'm gonna roll it in that, and it's gonna be lovely, and have some marinara or some pizza sauce to dip the, and you can put a pepperoni in them too. So you can have cheese and pepperoni or just plain cheese, and it's fun. You put it in a a bunt pan and bake it till it gets golden brown, and then it pulls apart, and you take some toothpicks and you share it. You don't have to do a huge bunt pan if you don't want to. You can use a smaller one, or you can just use a pie plate. Not a pie plate, but a cake pan. There's some fun ideas. So uh, you can do some other roll-ups, like taking a tortilla. You can get some flatbread too, but just a tortilla and layer in some salamis and some different things and some spinach and just roll it up. And you roll it up and then you cut it into little pinwheels. We had those at our wedding, little pinwheels, and they're really good. And there's no cooking involved. Somebody's wrapping gifts. Yep, that's what tomorrow's for too. Anti-procrastination day. So y'all, take some time today to start thinking about what you're doing Christmas Eve and what you're doing Christmas Day. And I have a backup plan. I've always got chicken, and I can make some dressing, and I could come up with a meal, a Christmas meal if needed to, if we couldn't travel. I mean, we've seen 0 degrees on Christmas Day, and we've also seen a foot of snow where we couldn't go. And then one year Robert had the flu, and just you just never know what can come up. And when it does rear its ugly head, we're good to go because we got plan B, plan C, maybe even plan D in our hip pocket, and we are good. Yeah, kids and grandkids, that's the best thing. So y'all start planning though what you're gonna need from the grocery store because it's gonna get crazy. And then the next week it's New Year's Eve. But I'm excited for the new year. Are y'all? I am. I am so excited. I'm so excited to see people have a little hope. I saw some hope come across my sisters was hope. That's all we really want is another day of hope. We just want some hope. And Hebrews 11:1 says faith is the evidence of things I got to turn around and look at it. I can't look at it of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. It's Hebrews 11:1. That looked like a B on hoped, but it wasn't. Faith is the evidence of things hoped for. You know, our hopes, our wishes, our prayers get answered because of faith. They get answered because of faith. So while you're out and about, be sure and pick up some things for your own stocking and maybe even wrap them up. It'll be fun. I like to save these little bags we get stuff in. Little bags that I don't know what comes in them, but sometimes I get these little bags and I save them and I stuff little things in down in it. Oh, Erica's got a plan. She's doing an hour of wrapping a day this week, and it gets it all done. Can you imagine spending 7 hours wrapping presents? I can't. Life is good. Another fun thing to wrap is using paper towel holders, the cardboard. You can cut that up and you can put little things inside of that and wrap them up like a little piece of candy. There's some great videos on YouTube Shorts on how to wrap things. How to wrap things if you've run out of Scotch tape. I saw one of those last night. It was hilarious. You just tuck things in. Just tuck things in. Well, y'all, Christmas is here. It is the 17th day. In 10 days, it'll be the 27th. So in 8 days, it'll be Christmas, y'all. 8 days, it'll be Christmas. 7 days, it'll be Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve's on a Tuesday. It's a week from today. So y'all start getting that list made and don't just sit and look at the list. Get up and go to the store. Even if it's just to the dollar store or to the grocery store. God gets all the glory, y'all. Be good, kind, and sweet. Be good to yourself. Be kind to others. And let that joy and sweetness that is in your heart show the world who you are. Living God in the cosmos. So give God all the glory. Start praying over your hands if you got hurt hand. My hand is fine now. I've said a prayer over it. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning. It is anti-procrastination day. If you've got questions for me for Thursday, you need to get those in because Patty will send them to me tomorrow. God gets all the glory. Bye.